Hello everyone, and welcome back to 404 Path Not Found. Without further ado, let the games begin.
Oh god.
Would you like to repeat that, Dean? Whom do you worship?
Avadar.
Ooh!
So, Kayleen,
I think we need a minute. Why don't you switch back
there's
to
a
the other
thing
guy?
on here, on my thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Why don't we switch back to the other guys for a sec? We'll come back to this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Sean and I both have some things to do.
Okay.
Get
together.
Karak and Aitoli, do you guys, first of all, as you continue and you begin to conclude your tour, do you have any other questions for the droids that are touring you about?
How many people live in this city? Like, how big is this? Like, and how is it hidden from everyone? How come no one's ever seen it before?
So they answer your first question by telling you the population is about 80,000 people. And they say that the city is powered magically, and so has been, and continue, well, actually they don't know that, but they say that it has been magically, like, cloaked since its creation, so, or since its beginning, whatever. And so, also being in the sky has managed to remain hidden. Yeah.
Has helped. Okay. Is everyone here, like, magically abled? You know what I mean? Able, sensitive to arcana, able to use magic?
No, not all of the citizens are magically adept, although a great number of them are.
I ask if everyone's like human or are there other races?
It replies that the Vastranians are kind of a conglomerate. So initially, like in the beginning, the nation was formed with like several different races were there, and over time they've kind of all become one.
Okay. So they're kind of human, kind of orcish, kind of like elvish, kind of gnomish, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone's just doing everyone.
Yeah. It's more apparent in some like family bloodlines than others, but in general, everyone has kind of mingled.
Okay. And when was the last time outsiders came in?
Yesterday.
Besides us, right?
I was just gonna say, about 30 days ago.
Freaking sassy ass robots.
Well, you asked when the last time outsiders came in, and that was you guys.
Besides us, when was the last time that outsiders came into Vastrania?
They say that it's a very rare occurrence, and the exact date is not in their database, their like knowledge database.
Okay.
But it's very uncommon. Once they've toured you around, they go back to your room, and they go and like unbuckle you and everything when you're in there.
Buckle you, oh great.
And and you notice that in the meantime, all the vacant beds have been made, so they're nice and fresh for you guys.
Super
Okay.
hot one.
Well, I probably just like go into my bed and pass out.
Yeah, that's
All right.
fair. You're both quite drained and tired from your excursions. The V droid is still there. The other two blue droids they leave.
Okay.
So you guys get the impression that the V droid is assigned to your room, and so we'll be there for whatever requests you have or anything you need, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And
Does
so,
it just kind of like stand in the corner?
He's internal
Really?
and tireless.
Well,
sorry?
Do I see like a light blinking in the middle of the night?
No,
From a
it doesn't
tunnel?
even have a blinky light.
oh, thank God.
Oh, great.
Technology has progressed in leaps and bounds. This is the greatest thing I've ever
Wake
heard
up,
of.
the room is dark. There's this dark
This
figure.
is heaven, actually.
Okay. Back to
So,
the other
Dean and
program?
Carlotta.
Yeah, stuff's supposed to go down.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's wrong with Abadar? I respect your beliefs, why can't you respect mine?
Because they're wrong. Abadar does not exist. He's not a real god. He can't be. Nathis is the only god.
Uh-oh.
And because you think otherwise, oh, buddy, see. Yeah, I'm going to have to cast a spell on you here.
You got one shot.
The only thing I can really do is call lightning for.
You only got one shot. Do not miss your chance. Because after
Actually,
that,
no, I'm going to cast Obscuring Mist on you first.
end you.
I cast Obscuring Mist on Dean.
At me, bro.
I just did. I cast.
Is there a save?
Let me look that up for you real quick.
Dean, it matters not. I should probably get off the treadmill because that's a hazard to my health.
Yeah, this is not a good place to fight.
No.
Literally fighting on a treadmill while someone else is not. I think I've got difficult terrain, probably.
No saving throw. You're in. Yeah, you can't see 5 feet in front of you. Obscures dark vision and normal vision, and any creature that is less than 5 feet in front of you has 20% concealment. Or yeah, 20% mischance. Anything further away is 50%. And yeah, 20-foot radius from me. And I run in the opposite direction of you. After I cast.
Carlotta.
Yeah.
Would you like to make a fortitude save?
Okay. Okay.
2, actually.
It's 2.
17. 20.
Okay.
Very
Okay.
nice.
So you don't pass out from casting your spell.
Oh, yeah.
However, you do fall unconscious as you feel something poke into your skin.
No.
What sort of place are we
Yeah.
in?
I was telling you guys this, you didn't believe me.
Carlotta, if you fall unconscious, does the mist dispel?
Good idea. It is one standard action, and it's not concentrated, so...
No.
No. And it's 1 minute per level, so... 5 minutes?
6.
You just gave me an
Oh,
opportunity.
yeah. No, 5.
You just gave me the one chance I need to get out of here.
You've only got one chance. Don't.
Huh.
This opportunity.
You can thank me later.
Okay,
Wow.
so...
We'll talk about this later.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
In character, fuck you. Out of character, you can thank me later.
Okay,
How
so...
long were we going down in the elevator? And are there windows in this room?
Sorry?
Are there
What was the
windows?
second part?
Are there windows in the room?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You're still very high up. You're not going down very long. You went down a couple floors in the elevator.
Okay. Dean Hansen's not very smart. He's not good at counting.
So, we'll start off. Dean Hansen, what do you do?
Oh, jeez. I can't see anything.
You can't.
Well, I can tell you the first
There's a
thing
treadmill running.
Yeah, I can tell you exactly the first thing I do. I can't. After that, I'm having a hard time. But I'm gonna step off the treadmill. If you'd like me to make an acrobatics check to do that,
Yes,
I'm
please.
happy to.
So, I just...
You hear also the droid recommending that you terminate your exercise program for today.
He's really helpful.
No way, really?
Really
I
helpful.
literally can't see my feet. But I should get off the treadmill. You
do-
think?
Yeah, you do end up getting off the treadmill without further damaging yourself.
Okay. And Carlotta's nowhere to be seen. The droids are nowhere to be seen.
Well, you're in the mist, so yeah, nothing's anywhere to be seen, really.
I start moving towards where the door was.
Okay. How big of an area does the mist take up, Carlotta?
20
It's 20-foot radius on my body when I started, and I started right next to Dean, and
Okay.
then I backed up all the way to the other side of the room where I got hit with a needle.
So basically, a 20-foot radius from where Dean was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Dean, you come out of the fog, and you see the droid standing in front of you.
Is there one or
with-
two? That makes a
There's-
lot of difference.
There's actually 2, and recommends that you return with them to your room.
What the hell happened over there? I couldn't see anything. I nearly died on that treadmill. I could sue.
They say they will provide more information pending further investigation.
Of course. You'll have to excuse me if I don't trust your damn technology. Can I please, for the love of God, walk back to my room? I'll go there handcuffed or what have you, but I'd really like to walk.
Um,
Can I roll
You also-
diplomacy? With droids? I mean,
Even though.
you can roll.
I'm not that smart.
You also see at this point. You also see at this point Carlotta being wheeled around in the wheelchair. She appears to be unconscious.
Carlotta, are you okay?
I-
I dropped the argument immediately and rushed to Carlotta's aid.
She's sitting in the wheelchair, apparently unconscious. The other droid says that unfortunately your comrade was words.
Words.
No, they were like acting out, whatever.
Oh.
There's a word, and I can't think of it right now, but a butt. And yeah, they're being quite, yeah, quite butt-like,
Butty.
and they unfortunately needed to be subdued for the safety of the other, people using the facility. But they assure you that she will. She wakes up.
I mean, quite honestly, I'm not really I don't have an issue with this so far. I'm trying to find a good reason to try and break out of here, but I don't have one. They just saved me a fight, and they basically caught me when I flew off a treadmill, and they saved my life when I was tied to a sinking boat. I'm back to the can I walk back to our room thing. I'm feeling quite well. I think it would be best for my health.
Okay. They'll leave the chair there and they'll acquiesce. They'll let you walk back. But there is a droid on either side of you. And then behind you, they're pushing Carlotta.
That's fine. I'm super stoked about just being the only one allowed to walk.
You get big bragging rights.
You gotta take your small victories, okay?
No one can tell though, because we're all either passed out. Actually, all of us are passed out. So
You're also the
Yeah.
only conscious one. So
That's
I mean,
okay.
yeah,
there you go.
It's the truth that
Easier.
matters. The only thing that matters is the truth.
Your
Yeah,
truth.
they escort you all back to your chamber.
Okay. Did they take me to see the other crew members that lived?
Yeah, they say that they will take you and they'll ask you to identify as many of them as you can. And
Okay.
the third droid that's joined you takes Carlotta off back to your guys' room.
Got the extra security. Probably.
Hey,
You're a hazard.
I am a hazard. I recognize that.
Okay.
Yeah.
The crewman that survived.
Dr. Reynolds actually meets you in the room.
Her again.
And yeah. And she says that she heard there was a little incident in the fitness center.
I'm not exactly sure what happened.
Would you like to roll bluff, please?
Well, honestly, Dean is not exactly sure what happened. He does not spell at all. But I will roll a bluff if you really think that's required.
I think you had a pretty good idea. You did say you had a pretty good idea of that Carlotta had magic to you.
In fact, if I had some idea, I was like, I think one of my comrades and I had a bit of a disagreement, and then everything happened very quickly. I was running on a treadmill at the time, maybe faster than I should have been, but, you know, ego, and I was trying to regain my strength. It all happened very fast. But yeah, something did happen, for sure. Carlotta is unconscious now.
Yeah, she was subdued as a threat to the other patrons.
Well, and me. So, no objections
including
here.
you.
Yeah. I have no objection to these actions. It's
she
very
kind of
reasonable.
Sighs it. This is the rest of the crew that we managed to pull from the wreckage. And she asks if you're able to identify them.
Am I?
You are, in fact. Yeah, that's all who survived. Along with the people in your room. They're all still unconscious, but like they seem like they're recovering.
Okay. This is good news. What's less good news is that I was best of friends with Jerry. I returned to our room.
She sympathizes and she's like, I'm sorry for your loss. Only a couple of days until you do notice each day you're feeling more.
A couple of days?
Yeah. Guys, you've been unconscious for like a month.
Whatever, I'm awake now, so let's get this thing started.
You're healing quite quickly, but it is a couple of days before you meet with them. Blackjack also wakes up before you guys head out, and she's going to come with you to meet with the Emperor and Empress to represent her crew.
What about Zephyr? What about Zephyr? Can I see him?
They say that after the meeting, you will be able to meet up with Zephyr.
Am I still unconscious?
No, you wake up. You wake up not too, like, you're out for a couple hours, and after that you're really tired, so you probably just want to go back to sleep. The sedative lasts for a couple hours. After that, you kind of just sleep through the night because you're worn out, and then you just wake up normally the next morning.
Okay.
Yeah. So then a couple days later, she tells you that the Emperor and Empress are ready to meet with you now. And
at their convenience, please.
Hey, Itoli.
Nation to run, you know.
Itoli.
That's why you have counselors and shit.
Itoli. We would like to leave here.
Yeah, me too. That's why I'm trying to leave as soon as possible.
No, all of us would like to leave here. Timeliness is only one aspect of that, since imprisonment for life is a lot worse. Why don't we keep the angst to a minimum? If you're having trouble with that, I will speak. All you have to do is be very, very quiet. I mean that with every respect.
I look at you and I'm kind of like, really? Do you think I can do that?
It seems like your fighting skills are unmatched, but your diplomacy is severely lacking.
I don't give a shit.
That is more than abundantly clear. So,
I just want to go.
But the emperors care very much. So, you stay quiet, and I will get us out of here as fast as possible. I have your best interests in mind, because I also want to leave. Okay?
See, the thing is, regarding that, I appreciate that, but Kayleen,
So...
how much do I remember from the events that led up?
Yes.
I'm leaving this to you because you're the one that administered my character with the drugs. So do I forget anything, or do I wake up and start screaming and throwing shit at Dean? So,
oh my gosh.
That's a good point. Well, really, it's just a sedative. They're not trying to do anything with your memory.
But we're talking about, like, the last 5 seconds.
Probably the last 5 seconds would be a little bit fuzzy.
How much do I remember?
You probably remember getting into an argument with Dean about deities. You might be a little fuzzy on the whole casting business.
Should I make a roll for this of some sort?
Sure.
Intelligent,
Like,
technically, that
Which is?
intelligent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Well,
Yeah. We'll see. You remember that you guys got into a disagreement of some sort about deities. You don't recall him saying anything against Nethys, so there's that.
Okay.
But you're a little fuzzy on what you did about it and what the conclusion was, but yeah, you don't really remember it getting resolved.
let's just say I don't bring it up again.
Okay.
Also that.
I kind of wake up and go, Dean, what happened while we were in the...
Oh, I slipped on the treadmill. It was.
But we were talking about our gods. How does that deal with...
You were telling me about how amazing Nethys was.
Oh,
Nethys is a very amazing god.
okay. Why did I lose consciousness?
You know, it all happened so fast, Carlotta. I mean, I was running on the treadmill, and I don't think I was getting quite enough blood to my brain, you know?
Okay. I have a bruise on my arm.
I think some bluff checks need to be made.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so you can roll probably a bluff for that. A tiny little bruise on your arm, but
I don't think Sandy actually needs to roll any bluff checks. Everything he said has been the truth.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, if you ask again, then I think I'm gonna have to roll a bluff or initiative, one of the two. But I think so far I've been doing okay.
Yeah? I've been actually, listening for any slip-ups that you're doing well. Not that I want to fight you or anything.
You know, I think we had a little bit of a disagreement, but it's nothing that we can't move past together. Nethys is a fantastic god.
Well, for my part, I'm sorry if I acted inappropriately. So,
Oh, it's quite all right. I hold no hard feelings against you.
okay, that's good. That's good.
So we're okay.
As far as I know, we're fine.
This is obviously this entire place is an enormous shrine to Nethys.
Oh, of course, there has to be. There's no other way.
Absolutely. We were doing something quite important before we came here. I mean, we should finish that, and then some or all of us can come back.
But we should stay here. I mean, this is kind of more important, isn't it? I mean, it has to do with Nethys.
Yeah, but this wonderful place could be destroyed if the darkness takes over the world and kills everyone and everything.
That is an interesting point.
So
Let me think about this one, I think.
I wouldn't want to destroy the wonderful work of Nethys.
I still think we should stay, but I kind of get where you're coming from, too.
Once you guys have managed to smooth that over, a couple days go by. Dr. Reynolds says that you can meet with the Emperor and Empress now, and you'll be escorted to the council chambers.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been 6 years.
Yay!
Blackjack, as I said, comes with you to represent her.
Here's that teeth.
There's a couple droids, and Dr. Reynolds go with you.
We could walk in
Yeah.
without
No,
wheelchairs.
you guys are walking.
Oh, we're rehabilitated. We're clean now.
It's not for our own safety anymore.
Yeah. So when you exit the hospital, you guys enter onto a walkway, once again, as the theme for this session, unlike any you've ever seen before. You can see, obviously, the high towers of the city gleaming in the sunlight on either side of you and producing an arcane blue light of their own. The walkway also is very high up, and the buildings continue to extend vertically above you. The city is very much built vertically, so far that you can see. The walkway is wide enough you can walk 3 across if you choose. At the back, there's a line of 3 droids walking across.
Yeah, but their balance is flawless.
Yes. There's also handrails.
Hmm?
And while you can see all around you, the walkway does not appear to be covered, but you don't feel any wind, which you think you would expect from this high up.
There's a magical shield around the entire city.
Oh,
Atlantis.
Yeah, you're welcome to try and figure that out if you like, or you can just take it as it is.
I throw Carlotta off.
I would rather knowledge arcana first.
Okay.
Hey, how about you get your Nephis to help you now?
I will. Right there.
You think that the walkway is kind of encased in a little shield, like a magical shield around it, like kind of like a wall of force sort of spell almost. Modified, but kind of along those lines, so that you guys A, can't fall off, and B, that you're not going to be like blown away by gale force winds. And it takes a few minutes of walking to get there because you're in a kind of winding maze of sky tunnels. Eventually, though, you do arrive at a large lobby, and once you get inside, there's kind of like most of the buildings have been lit by like a kind of like strips of glowing blue light with larger lights along the center. In this room, it's a circular room, and there's like along the high ceiling, there's like concentric circles of blue light. It looks pretty cool, and it lights the room. There's one wall appears to be open or windowed at least, and looks over the city, and so you get that nice view again. There's also a desk in the room, and there's a blonde woman stationed there. I think I even have a picture for her here. If no, I do have a picture. I'm not sure. I don't think it's here. Anyway, she looks up as you come in, and there's a large and ornate door there as well. There we go. Copy. There we go. So she's sitting at the desk there and appears to be interacting with another screen. And she kind of looks up as you guys come in. And so Dr. Reynolds kind of gestures to the desk and says that this is where I leave you. You can check in with Elaine at the desk and she'll guide you from here.
Hi, Elaine.
Okay. We walk up to stand in front of her.
I approach the desk and greet Elaine.
So she goes over to the door with you and opens it for you. And it opens into the council chambers.
Oh my
Whoa!
So,
discotheque.
Yeah.
Strong.
Not bad or sex.
Sex.
Scotty does it.
Hello. Don't tell Scotty.
Scotty does.
Anyways.
So you enter the council chambers, and you notice like she places her hand on the panel beside the door, and it slides open. It's obviously lit with an arcane blue glow, and it's actually a ring of those pod-like seats sits around this glowing blue pillar. It's kind of like slightly pulsating, almost like a heartbeat. There's 9 seats in there, all of which are currently filled. As you enter the room, the ring actually expands, and a panel in the floor opens to produce 5 new ones at this end of the room closest to you.
Jesus.
So they come out from the floor. All of the beings present rise. They all appear to be human. And a man beckons to the chairs. They all appear to be strangely dressed, like everyone else you've seen, which to us would just be like a more modern fashion and modern materials and stuff, but to you guys, you're like...
Are we still in our hospital gowns?
You're in just a kind of plain robes, like tunicky, kind of not like a bathrobe.
We're wearing dresses to meet emperors?
Yeah.
Really?
They're nice.
They wouldn't.
The
Yeah.
emperors?
They don't want to give us our clothes back.
Anyways,
They were kind of dirty.
they don't have wash.
Mine were freshly washed.
Yeah.
Point counterpoint. I mean,
Nice and
You guys,
salty,
you're,
but
you're wearing like simple but like nicely made tunic. Like you guys aren't embarrassing or anything, and obviously like they know they know your situation pretty well. So
I'm embarrassed to be wearing a shirt. Let's put it that way. But
fair enough.
I'm suffering through it.
And yeah, so the man was seated next to a woman there. There's a couple, like there's a few men and women both in here. And he greets you and says that you can be seated.
I seat.
Sit down.
All right. So they introduce themselves as the counselors, and the emperor and empress introduce themselves. And I do have a picture for them here. I know that I did prepare that. They introduce themselves as Emperor Miles Logan and Serena Logan. And
Sharira. Sorry.
that's them. And that's what they're wearing too.
Huh, awesome.
Okay. So they're like 12 years old.
No. They're like, if you had to guess, you'd say they're probably in their like mid-20s.
Probably like hundreds of years old, but the technology's so advanced they're just
Why are they so pretty?
everyone's pretty.
Everyone is good looking in this
everyone's
world.
pretty.
It's not like this entire party is like 17 out of 18.
Yeah, that's also a good point. Okay, find me for next week. Find me some average character portraits. Not ugly, not pretty, just average.
I'll work on it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you guys all are seated, and they introduce themselves and welcome you. And the Emperor Miles says, "I imagine you have many questions. Perhaps we should start with those, and then we can fill in the rest."
Firstly, I'd like to thank you and whoever was directly responsible for saving our lives. We're very, very grateful.
Duly noted.
I think we've all just kind of nominated Dean as the spokesperson.
All right.
Yeah.
Your city is wonderful, but I think the question on all of our minds really is whether or not we'll be permitted to leave. It's been made clear that the secrecy of your wonderful city is paramount, and we'd like to do our best to support that. But we have some very important things we were doing when our ship was destroyed, and we'd like to get back to them. If you can permit it, I mean.
The Empress asks what the nature of these things were.
I kind of turned to look at you guys.
I just point to you and I'm like,
Are we talking about this?
Well, I mean, you guys previously were just like, well, we're the Dreamwalkers, so you should give us a discount. So, I mean,
Who said that? Let me guess.
Wait.
Carlano.
No. Well, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
Okay, I definitely hesitate for a second, and then say that our travels were perhaps a bit confidential, but of course we're willing to share that. We just need to make sure you're aware that it's not necessarily public knowledge, per se.
of course.
We recently,
To tell, right? Like,
we recently attended the princess's birthday far in the west of here, and where we found out that we were Dreamwalkers. We've been sent on a mission to recover ancient artifacts to banish the darkness.
Which has returned.
I think that pretty much covers it.
Yeah. She actually seems surprisingly unfazed when you say that.
Okay. Maybe they know something we don't.
They are the darkness. Oh.
Well, that would be bad. I mean,
they can still kill us.
she actually, she kind of gets up and starts, not
Disrobing.
but just kind of slowly wandering as she speaks. And she says that she comes from a long line of Wardens of the Heart. The city is powered by very powerful and ancient magic. And it has always been my line that has a sort of like special connection to this power. Normally, as I'm sure that you've been told, we soar in the sky, separate from the static worlds below. However, the heart has been diseased. I fear if it is not aided soon, it will die, and so will our city. Now, you of course wonder, of what concern is this to you? As you mentioned this darkness, I believe that this also infects the heart that is powering our city, and this darkness is the very same that you seek to destroy. I also believe that these forces, the heart and the darkness, are somehow connected. As not only the Empress, but the Warden of the Heart, I cannot enter, I cannot investigate into the catacombs, but it is located within catacombs underneath this city. They're very little known, but I believe, at the center of them, though, is the heart. And I believe that if you can find it, you may find some answers.
Okay.
All right.
That's
Okay. Yeah,
I mean,
But wait,
okay. If we can do that and perhaps aid your city, would you permit us to leave?
yeah.
At this point, the Emperor speaks up. As far as your discharge goes, it is a very complicated situation. We wish you no harm, but hope that you can understand that it comes from a desire to protect our city, as basically, like, they don't want just random people coming up and trying to take it from themselves.
Of course.
This does not mean that you cannot leave. As it stands presently, you may either stay and become citizens of our city, or you will be able to leave without some of your memories of the city intact. Perhaps if you do enter the catacombs and interact and find the heart, different options will be presented, or will present themselves.
I think it's best to start with that. I mean, regardless, guys, we'll be able to leave without
maybe.
without some of our memories of the city, but
But
that
they say that option may change if we go to the heart. Like, I don't want to go on the stupid side quest if we don't have, like, the guaranteed option of leaving.
we don't know the location of all the artifacts we seek.
Well, how the hell are they supposed to know?
They don't, but we could learn so much. We might find an artifact in these catacombs.
She.
Then they'll just erase our memories about it!
So, what do you guys actually say when he says that?
All of this.
Yeah, I
This
think we're
whole dialogue just happened.
I think we're talking amongst ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Empress kind of cuts in, and she says that while the darkness is very ancient, so is our city. And I believe that while these forces were not forged at the same time, our city does stem from a time when the darkness was banished.
Okay, look, lady.
Uh,
And guy.
Look, lady.
No. I just want to go, so...
We're working on that.
No, you're not. If you can guarantee that I will be able to, me and my hippogriff will be able to leave after we go to your heart and, like, do stuff there, then fine, let's do that.
The Emperor at this point apologizes if he's being unclear. You, of course, would still be able to leave with the same offer as present, where not all of your memories would be intact of this place. What he meant by you'd be able to, like, different options may present themselves is perhaps better options may present themselves.
Like, yeah.
Like making friends here and having very, very valuable allies in this battle against a supernatural force.
He doesn't seem particularly impressed by Atoli's conduct at this point.
Fair enough.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's
They're not
fair.
going to be our allies. They just want to be
Kill
left
him.
alone. If we can leave them alone, they'll be fine with that.
Oh, they
I'm
like
not going
her.
to call them in 20 years being like, hey, let's have a reunion. Right.
I get up from my chair and drop to a knee and say that I will investigate their catacombs. And hopefully find an answer to their troubles. I swear it.
Come on, I'll be fine.
Does anybody else say that they won't come along? Or does anybody else agree that they will?
I agree that I'll come along.
I'll go to the catacombs if I can leave this place after.
I
That's
honestly have
totally
no
fine.
stock, so like, I'll do whatever the majority says.
I mean, you could save the home of Nethys, right?
I mean, I guess.
Oh my god.
Wow, so non-committal.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Sure.
I have to be one way and the other both at the same time. I mean, it just makes sense. It's a Nexus thing, okay? You guys don't understand.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. I don't
Obviously
see.
not.
Very good. Okay, so the Empress takes Dean's hand gently and like has him rise.
Uh-oh.
And
Okay.
thanks him for his
I rise.
And like kind of turns to the rest of you and thanks you as well. She and her like assistant, I guess, will take you to the catacombs as only they can make it open. Yeah, and basically it's kind of, I guess, midday at this point. Basically, she asks if you guys would like one more night of rest and recuperation, or if you wish to set off immediately.
We'll have our things.
I only need my gear.
Yeah. And our other companions.
Yes, yeah, like, we're gonna need our stuff, we're gonna help you out, basically.
Okay.
Well, at least if we're going to be of much use. Some of us are more dependent on their gear than others.
Yes. She does bring in what at this point. She does bring in what they managed to recover. Any like food stuff that you had is gone.
No.
No.
Wait, even in our bags?
Whatever you had in a bag of holding, they just rescued the backpacks.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
your scroll case was waterproof, and they did manage to get that. Along with all of your guys' bags, but any other anything that you were wearing at the time. Yeah, they do mention that when you leave, they will be able to give you the main kind of provisions to set you up. At this point, Atoli Zephyr is also led into the room by the veterinarian, who's
Yes! I like push anyone out of the way. and just, like-
We all judge.
At this
Okay.
point, they also begin speaking to Blackjack.
Oh yeah, she's there.
Oh, Adam!
Whoops.
And they ask what her sort of.
I have a knight.
He says something along the lines of like she had the fastest ship in basically the world. And they say that perhaps they would like to join, either she would like to join their like Navy force, I guess, or their Air Force.
What?
Like
Air Force?
intrigued. And then they introduce you to the captain who actually rescued you guys, who I also have a picture for.
Is he hot?
Oh, yeah.
Not even. Yeah.
Of course he is. My question is that.
What kind of world is it?
Well, I will let you guys judge.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't have any firearms.
Oh my god.
He has enough guns already, it seems, so...
Bam, bam, bam. Thank you, man.
Wow. Okay.
Daydream.
Yes, please.
Wait, Air Force? This sounds, like, interesting.
He's Captain James Rogers.
Captain Rogers. Does he also have a shield? Is it
No.
blue and red with a star at the middle?
No, it's does not have a shield.
Are you sure? He looks like a superhuman.
And he explains to Captain Blackjack that he is the captain of their air force, their airships.
Of course he is.
Yeah. And obviously she's intrigued. Her crew has nowhere else to go. So she knows that her crew will follow her wherever. And they're all in the same boat, as it were. And so she agrees that they will, he offers them their own either airship or submarine.
Guys, we need one of those.
Yeah, we do. That would be awesome.
Called the Thunder Schween.
Yeah, well, remember how they said they set you back where you needed to be?
Yeah, I remember vividly that part.
Ocean.
We need a ship to be there.
We need a ship and a crew.
And, but anyway, yeah.
What a
so,
coincidence.
She accepts a position in there.
He assumes all the positions.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, she accepts a position for her crew to train under Captain James Rogers.
Guys, we need one of those.
Soon.
Yeah.
I'm dying.
So if you guys, aside from that, if you guys are ready, then Blackjack will part ways with you here. And the Empress and her assistant, who comes up from behind her chair and follows her, she is a tall and lean, let me see, I have a picture.
Beautiful.
Woman who has actually like what looks almost like arcane blue tattoos.
Ooh.
What is new favorite?
Yeah.
Indeed.
I'd like you guys to roll I guess a knowledge, arcana, or a perception.
Okay, I can
Ideally
do.
knowledge, arcana, but if you don't have it, you can do perception.
31. Not
Is she a
bad.
magical creature? Probably not.
Well, roll.
Well, no, if she's a magical creature, then I can do Arcana on her.
Just curious, so that was that.
Yeah,
Or-
it's
Don't count.
not to
Oh, okay.
per se.
Okay.
Okay, so Carlotta, you recognize her as not a construct and not a living being, but somewhere in between. You don't have like a word for it, but she's almost like
Cyborg.
well, she's an android, but you again have no. Derek, you notice pretty much the same stuff, and Atoli, you notice all that, and you notice that her movements seem to be incredibly precise as well. You also notice that she's not breathing.
Oh. That's interesting.
Dun, dun.
Yeah. But she follows behind the princess as basically her assistant and bodyguard person. Yeah, so they will escort you down. You guys go through a large elevator, and this one it has it's a glass or clear see-through tube, so you can actually see as you go down the city
Cool.
outside.
I
I'd like
close
you
my
to
eyes.
roll fortitude.
Oh, does it count that I just said I closed my eyes?
Oh no, then you're fine.
Yeah!
Alrighty.
I mean, I can roll fortitude too, but
For the most part, you guys are fine. Garruk, all of you, this is very unfamiliar sensation. Garruk, you're kind of a little off-put, but nobody throws up or anything, so that's good.
It's kind of like flying, but weird, right?
Yeah, sort of. Like
All in the style.
you're standing still, but the whole world is shooting by in front of you, so you're kind of like,
Zephyr's kind of like,
yeah. He's like a cat watching a fish tank. Like, yeah. So she takes you down there, and you guys go through another sort of sky pathway network, and you end up at a sort of like corner of the city type thing. It's a very not busy spot, and it's a very manicured green space on the very edge of the city. And she kind of like goes over to this little like corner way, and it just looks like rock, and you're like, what are we doing here? This is weird.
You're gonna kill us here.
And then she goes up to it and interacts, and then it opens, and you can see a tunnel leading downwards.
I see. Is it ominous?
It's warm inside. You can feel a kind of warm air come out.
Like a dragon lives here?
I fearlessly lead the way.
Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you had as much fun as we did. If you check out the description below, you can find some different links to resources that we've used in the game, as well as our different social media outlets. You can also subscribe down there. We aim to play weekly, so hopefully you'll be able to find your path back here next week to join us in our shenanigans.